Okay, just take a moment to find your feet, orient yourself in your space. Really bring your awareness to your body, to your breath, starting to activate your senses. What do you see in your space? What can you smell? Can you still smell that oil? What can you taste in your mouth? What can you hear? Can you feel your clothes? Can you feel your feet on the floor? Taking a second, orienting yourself. And I like to wave my hands through the air, through the chi field, through the quantum field. It helps me organize my mind, organize my space, prepare for practice. So I have a very intentional practice, potent and subtle and soft practice. And so once you start to feel yourself arriving, then you're ready to pull yourself in. Pulling yourself in, drawing your hands in, your feet in, drawing yourself together, and give a humble bow. Empty your cup. Empty your chalice. Let your love go. Let all your thoughts go. And I'm going to move quickly tonight. So letting go of the I'm not getting it. Letting go of if I'm doing it right. Letting go of having some experience. Just letting all that empty out onto the floor so that you can be an open and receptive vessel. And when you feel ready, you feel your feet on the floor anchored to the earth, and inhaling, taking as many breaths as you need to slowly unfurl your spine and emerge. Feel yourself standing up like a fern coming through the soil, a fiddlehead fern unspiraling, standing up, lifting the top of your head, rolling your shoulders, and then stepping out. And let's go ahead and shake this up. We're alchemists, right? Alchemists have formulas. They follow recipes. They activate and catalyze energy and transform one state to another. They need energy to do that. So let's connect with the energy of our body. And they also need ingredients and elements. So let's connect with our elements. And they also need a container. So let's call in our guardians and guides and create a container. And so you're facing the east. I'm facing the east. When I look at you, I invite you to turn and face the east and shake your body. Take a nice deep breath, inviting the element of air into your body. Appreciating your breath, appreciating the directions and the guardians and guides of the east, and for asking them, thanking them for holding us and being present with us. And turning to the south, connecting with the element of fire, connecting with what's warm and hot and turns you on and lights you up and what you're passionate about. Connecting with the flame that purifies things that you no longer need. Illumination, helping you light up the world with your essence. Thank you, fire. Thank you, flame. Thank you, south. Turning to the west, changing how you're shaking, connecting with the water element, connecting with the wet, fluid current of life. Thank you, water, for your ebb and your flow, for your nourishment, for the hydration, for the depth of your being, and the ancient, ancient water from which life crawled out of and onto land. Teach us the art of Qigong and the art of flow. And turning toward the north, shaking your body, kind of coming up on your toes and pounding your heels gently onto the floor. Helps you activate your joints and your bones, bringing awareness to the structure of your home, the structure of your body, bringing awareness to things that you can touch and feel that are very practical and grounded, bringing awareness to the trees, to the rocks, to your habits, to containment, to masculine, to things you can touch and feel, to your wealth. Thank you, North. Connecting with your bones. This is a beautiful practice, connecting with your bones, because we honored our mothers and our mothers. So as we return back to our center, let's go ahead and turn our spine. This is called knocking on the door of life. Your feet are rooted on the ground. You're connecting to the roots. Stable, and as you kind of push off the ground, you let this energy come up through your legs, up into your pelvis, and then radiate out your arms. And with momentum, you start to turn and look farther and farther behind you, and you gently can raise your hands, pound your chest and your kidneys. And when you inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, you can let out a big sigh. So you can exhale and release. We've been pulling out old assumptions, questioning old stories. What can we release on those old assumptions and old stories? You can lower your arms, and let's let this movement start to settle, start to dissipate. Allow this movement to slowly come to a place of stillness. Until you come to stillness, a still point. Sensing and feeling, even though your body's moving, there's so much still moving all around you, through you, and in you, activating your energy and your awareness. And then let's also go ahead and activate our chi channels a little bit more, pounding your chest. And down the inside, the yin channel of your arm, and up the yang channel. The inside is yin and the outside is yang because of the sunlight. Yin and yang are relative to each other. They're constantly changing. There's nothing that's completely yin and nothing completely yang. It's always in relation. But in general, on your body, go to the other side. The yin side, because it's the front, is yin because it's vulnerable, right? When we walked on all fours, when we were down on all fours, on our hands and knees, this part was toward the ground. This was shaded. Our back part was in the sunlight. So our back received the sun. So that's why our back side, the outside of our body, is yang. It's less vulnerable and it gets the sunlight. Remember, one of the words was light, golden, sun. Pounding your chest and then your belly. Beautiful. And then your kidneys. Your kidneys. Beautiful. And now down your hips. Down your glutes. Down the outsides of your legs. Again, the outsides are yang. You go down. The insides of your thighs are yin. Following this pathway from your kidneys down the outsides of your legs and up the inside. Up across your pubic bone, across your abdomen and bladder, Back to your kidneys, and one more time. Ah, beautiful. Same. Now letting that slowly start to dissipate and just sense and feel your body. Beautiful. You're activated, you're powerful, you're love. So let's go right into the practice. And when we're going into the practice, you're going to scoop down, making a big ball. I'm going to stand a little bit closer. You don't need to see my feet so much. So you're having this ball. See this big ball? You are the Buddha. This is the earth. You're holding the earth. Even though I'm saying you're the Buddha and this is the earth, this movement is for the metal element. This is about, and it's related to your lungs. All these movements follow the meridians. And so here we go. This is a simple movement. You're going to take a nice deep breath. You're going to breathe in, raise your arms up, and this inhale comes all the way up. Your hands come all the way up and they turn toward the ceiling. And then when you exhale out through your nose and you lower your hands very slowly. When they make it to your chest, your hands are facing your chest. And by the time they make it to the bottom, your hands are facing up. Okay? So inhale. At the top, there's a little pause. And then exhale. Your hands float down so slowly. And at the bottom, there's a pause. Breathing in. Sensing and feeling your chest open. Sensing and seeing how you're open. You're looking up at awe and wonder. Up. Opened. And then as you exhale, you're closing. You're letting this energy float down. Closing down. Closing your chest. So slow, like you're holding something precious. The earth. Up. The metal element and the lungs tend to hold a lot of emotions, such as sadness and grief. So as you're inhaling and exhaling and you're processing this greater story of women and the paradox of struggle, of power, and your role in it, when you breathe in, what are you lifting up to the light? What old story are you grieving and releasing from your mothers? We do this practice, remember, not just for us. We're doing this for them. When we lift up with our breath and stand in our present moment and we reveal our truth, what grief are we preventing? One more in silence. Once your hands settle down here, this is the yang posture. This is the posture of the metal. I do allow my hands to come out a little further, like I'm holding a golden ball in front of my belly. And I like to think of it, because it was always told me that I'm holding the ball, but it's easier, it's way easier to hold it if it holds you. Let this golden ball be here and let it hold you. Shift your weight to your heels and ground down, root down. These are postures of power. Gently lift your head. That breath we practiced last session, the ocean breath or the wave breath, breathing in from your abdomen, up to your ribs, up to your chest, and then from your chest down to your ribs, down to your abdomen. Beautiful. Let's transition to the next element, which is water. Gently bowing forward, hands sweep forward. Backs of your hands meet, and then you spine wave, roll up. Your hands come to just in front of your heart, opening your hands as you exhale and bend forward. This is the fountain. Inhaling, spine waving up, gently opening at your chest, at your heart, and then exhaling forward. This is the water element. The color is blue, very fluid, soft. The organ are your kidneys, purification system. The emotion is fear. Right? So as we go through the story of our bigger picture of stepping into power, and when we're afraid of what power does, it corrupts, dominates, or whatever your story that you might be a little hesitant or have some aversion to that might make you feel a little in trepidation. I invite you to explore it. What are you afraid of when it comes to your power? Just as an exploration. As a soft, beautiful movement, as this energy flows up through the soles of your feet, from the inside, up your legs, up to your perineum, up to your dantian, up through your chest, and then out your arms. Soft, fluid fountain. An opportunity to wash away your fears about power. One more time. Okay, yeah, we're one more time. And so as your hands float down, and just like how we were holding our hands right here before, we're going to hold it behind us. So to do this without tension, go ahead and relax your arms. Move your arms behind you so your shoulders are soft, and then hold that golden ball behind your kidneys. So it looks like, yeah. And so from here, direct your breath down into your kidneys. Soften your shoulders and direct your breath into your kidneys. Beautiful. Bringing your hands back to the front will become wood. The water feeds the wood, so your hands are in the front. This is our original stance. Nice deep breath in, and then Exhale and then rotate to one side. Now draw the energy up this side, up from your roots, up through your trunk, up through your branches, up to the top of your head. Return back to center. Exhale and blossom. I need to step back so you can see me. Bringing your hands to the center, turning to the side. Inhale, drawing the energy up through your roots, through your trunk, up through the top of your head to the tip top of the tree, and then open. Wood, and which way are you growing? What's growing in your life? Turning one more time on each side, drawing the energy up to the top of your head, back to center. Open. Turn, draw the energy up, back to center. Open. And as your hands are floating down, just go ahead and reach out in front of you as if you're hugging a tree in front of you. This is called hugging a tree, or embrace the tree. That beautiful golden ball. Your knees are slightly bent, your pelvis is tucked, your head is tall. The top of the tree, you're rooted in the lineage of your mother's mother. You're stable in your present moment. You're growing and expanding your energy in your body. You're branching out in new ways, producing, being fruitful, and standing stable as a tree. And now from here, we're going to transition. So keeping your arms like they are, lower your right hand. I open my stance up just a little bit. We're going to transition to fire. Wood feeds fire. So shifting my weight and turning my waist toward my hand that's up. Switch my hands. This is called wave hands or cloud hands. So you switch your hands, you shift your weight, you turn your waist. Beautiful. Switch your hands, shift your weight, turn your waist. Switch your hands. This is the element of fire. This is the element of joy, the emotion of joy and love in its refined process. But when it's not refined, this is anger, well, more like hatred, apathy. In what ways has this system of power that you've been working in or being controlled by stealing your joy? What way is it bringing you joy? Switch your hands, shift your weight, turn your waist. Exploring the system of power, this bigger story. Exploring your intention, how this fire can fuel the joy and burn away this old system that you don't need. Okay, returning to center, both hands. This is the stance for this. Your hands are forward. I'm going to come closer so you can see my hand. Okay, your hands are in front of your chest. Your elbows are down. Your palms are up. This is called holding the golden chalice. So the energy is coming up from the heavens and it's pouring down into this cup. And then it's pouring down through the meridians, down from your hands, down into your heart. Your knees are softly bent. Your elbows are in. Your palms have a nice openness. You're like an antenna aura. You're aligning to the North Star, to your new North Star. And now this love and this power energy is pouring down into the palms of your hands and finding its way into your heart, and then ultimately through your entire vessel, and then ultimately into your life and all the things you touch. Breathing in and drawing in this golden heaven energy, this love power, as you hold the chalice, as you become the chalice. And now letting your hands float down. The last element of the night is the earth, and this is the pebble in the water. So as you take a nice deep breath and then exhale, let your hands float forward as you bend forward with your exhale, and then as you inhale, draw the energy into your dantian. You will make waves. This is you. When you exhale, this is the earth energy. You're a pebble in the pond. You're sending your thoughts, feelings, ideas, actions out into the world, making waves. And then as you inhale, you're reaping the karma. You're drawing in the results. You're sending love and magnetism and compassion and empathy and forgiveness out into the world. Delighted ecstasy and receiving it. What are you sending out into the world? How has this system of power determined what you put into the world? Which one were you the most comfortable in, the masculine, the feminine, the system that you've been operating in? How has that influenced what you put out into the world and what you receive? And when you walk as love, when you put love out in the world, what's going to happen as you're forging a new way? Drawing this in. And now to do the posture, the power posture, draw your hands up in front of you and actually turn your hands over. So it's like you had that cup, you had that chalice, you had that cup, and you were receiving heaven energy from above. Now you've turned the cup over. And so now you are not pouring anything out. What you're doing is your palms are magnets and they're drawing earth energy up. You're orienting to a new frequency. You're drawing the earth energy up into your palms, and then it goes through your meridians and then down into your dantian. So you're drawing earth energy up. Feeling yourself draw this earth energy up. Draw it into your dantian. And now we're going to reach up, pulling down the heavens. And as you pull down the heavens, as you let your hands float down, start to feel and sense this as an integrating movement. Integrating our conversation. We're going to do several breaths like this. Integrating your lineage from your mothers. Integrating what you're passing on through you, even though you don't know what it is yet, still just integrating, incubating it. Integrating what you receive from your inquiry of these feminine and masculine power systems. And now as you integrate this in, we're going to draw it to your belly and we're going to dance it out while this song is on. Listen to the words. And then when you feel ready to dance, you can dance it out.